You're now trying the 2019 vintage of Red Newt Cellars Gewurztraminer. This is our classic series Gewurztraminer, which means we make it in a style that really carries the punch of Gewurztraminer, but with a little bit more balance and restraint to the style. Not that big perfumed, maybe slightly alcoholic version of the grape that you've encountered in the past.
Yeah, and it's really, there's a little bit of, it's not a trick, but a very delicate act or balancing act to get this fruit in at just the right ripeness. Gewurztraminer kind of just hangs out for a little while and then all of a sudden skyrockets with sugars and flavors at the same time. And so making sure we pick that right date to bring in the fruit really impacts the flavor profile, but also making sure it's not over the top with too much alcohol. Part of how we know when we're ready to pick that fruit is Gewurztraminer has been described to me, and I have to agree with this, very much so like getting into a watermelon. So when it's underripe, you're kind of at that really awkward green bitter outside shell. It gets a little bit riper, you're getting past kind of that white lining, and then like when it's super perfect and just the right sugar and flavor ripeness, it's almost like biting into a watermelon when you're in that really great juicy red zone.
In many ways, 2019 was an ideal vintage for making Gewurztraminer in the Finger Lakes. It was a relatively cool vintage throughout, which isn't something we get to say as often anymore. And what that means is that the Gewurz could pick up the flavor ripeness we're looking for while still retaining some bright acidity to help balance the finished wine. It's a little bit of a trick to hope that it gets ripe enough in a cool vintage, but it certainly did here in this particular wine, and we're really pleased with it.